equation. So I'll start with first equation. Only four equations you need to recall here. The first equation is del cross H is equal to d d del d by del t plus j. So this is my first equation. The second equation is del cross E is equal to minus dB by dt. The third equation is del dot D is equal to rho, and the fourth equation is del dot P is equal to 0. So these are basically four equations which you have already gone through in your electromagnetics. Now let us see the meaning of each and every term which is involved in this equation. So where I can say, if I'm going for this H, what this H stands for, this is the magnetic field intensity. What about this E? This E stands for electrical field intensity. I'm just writing some of the terms which I'm going to use later. That is epsilon. This is the permittivity of medium. Then mu is nothing but the permeability of the medium. Okay. This rho is nothing but the electric charge density. This sigma is nothing but the conductivity. B is magnetic flux density. D is electric flux density. And J is nothing but the electric current density. So this is the meaning of each and every term which is involved either directly or indirectly in this equation. So now when I talk about the electric current density, which is nothing but the J, which is there in the first term. So how we are going to write this? This is sigma into E, and it is given in the Siemens per meter. So I can say the unit is Siemens per meter. What about D? This is nothing but the electric flux density, which is epsilon into E. So this epsilon into E, and the unit is nothing but the farads per meter. And the last one is nothing but the B. How you denote this B? This is the magnetic flux density, and which is nothing but the mu H. So mu is the permeability and H is nothing but the magnetic field intensity. So the collective unit is nothing but the Henry per meter, or you can say Henrys per meter. Okay? So I'm going to put all these values in each and every equation one by one. So I'll start with my equation number 1 to understand how my wave equation is there. So wave equation. Now here what we are assuming, that whatever my field vectors are there, they are varying with respect to t, and they are sinusoidal in nature. So if I want to write my electric field intensity, how I will write that electric field intensity? I will write that electric field intensity in such a way. So E is equal to E0 e raised to j omega t. Because this is sinusoidal in nature, that's why I can say this is the representation, where I can say this E0 is nothing but the maximum value of electric field intensity. And you know that what is that omega? It's angular velocity, which is 2 pi f. Okay? Whereas f is the frequency of sinusoidal variations. Now what I'll do here, I'm going to differentiate this equation with partially with respect to t. So if I'm going to differentiate partially, so this equation will become dE by dt is equal to E0 e raised to j omega t. As I'm going to differentiate with respect to, it will become j omega. Now, if I see this complete equation, ये जो भी equation है, this gives me the value of E. So I can write here, this equation is nothing but the E j omega. Now this E and this E, both are same and they are constant. So here I'm going to define one operator j omega E. So this E, they are constant. So I can define here one operator which is nothing but the d by dt is equal to j omega. Now you remember this one because we need this to use in other equation. So d by dt is nothing but the j omega. So we define an operator d by dt is j omega. Now differentiate it again with respect to t. So I can say differentiating again partially with respect to t. So how we will get here? D square E divided by dt square is equal to j omega E0 e raised to j omega t into j omega. So j will minus omega square E0 e raised to j omega t. So I can write this E0 e raised to j omega t is nothing but the E. So minus omega square E. So I can define another operator here. So my another operator will become d square dt square is equal to minus omega square. So I will just summarize what I have defined till now. D by dt is equal to j omega. D square by dt square is equal to minus omega square. So these things I have defined. Now I will recall my Maxwell's first equation. Okay, so what Maxwell's first equation tells me? So if I recall Maxwell's first equation, del cross H d of del of d by dt plus j. Okay. Now you know that j is nothing but, I think we have already gone through this kind of things where I know that this j is sigma e, d is epsilon e. So I'll just put that values in my equation. Okay, so I have got this first equation. So I'll just very well put this d epsilon e divided by dt, and j is nothing but the sigma e. Okay. Now I can say that my medium, whatever medium I am using here, it doesn't contain any free charge and it is also non-conducting. For example, I'm using a free space. So here I'm assuming that my free space is medium of a transmission. So if I'm considering this as a medium of a transmission, then we can have rho is equal to 0 and sigma is equal to 0. So here in a del cross H, I can say it's just E will be constant in this case. Sorry, this epsilon will be here because, and this dE by dt plus this must be a 0. So that's why I'll write here a 0. Okay. Now d by dt, you have already defined one operator over there which is nothing but the d by dt, that is j omega into E. So I can write this is j omega epsilon E. So I have got something here that is nothing but the del cross H is equal to j omega epsilon. Okay. So by using Maxwell's first equation, I'll move towards the Maxwell's second equation. So if I use a Maxwell's second equation, that Maxwell's second equation del cross E is nothing but the minus D, right? Now I know that this magnetic flux density is nothing but the mu h. So if I put that minus d mu h by dt, okay, and that operator d by dt is j omega, so mu h. So I can say that del cross E is nothing but the minus j omega mu h. Now I'm moving towards the equation number 3. Okay, so till this I have got del cross H, I have got del cross E. Now I'll just take the curl of this. Okay, I know that's taking curl of del cross E. So if I take the curl of curl E is equal to, I can say, curl of minus j omega mu epsilon, which will be minus j omega mu del cross H. Okay, and we have already find out something that is nothing but the j omega epsilon E for this one. So just put that values minus j omega mu j omega epsilon E is equal to, now this jj will become plus omega square, so this will become plus omega square mu epsilon E. Okay, so I can say that curl of curl E is nothing but the omega square mu epsilon E. Now we know that from vector analysis, your vector analysis tells you that your curl of curl E is equal to del dot E minus del square E. Okay, so here I have find out curl of curl E previously. Now I'll just put these values over there. Okay, now we know that Maxwell's third equation, according to the Maxwell's third equation, if I put all that things, del dot T is equal to rho. And is now here I'm using I'm considering that my transmission media is a lossless or free space. So I have this rho is equal to 0. So I can say this del cross epsilon E is equal to 0. So I can take this epsilon out. Del dot E, okay, is equal to 0. Now in this equation, if this whole value is 0, either epsilon will be 0 or del dot E will be 0. Okay, lekin this is not possible. This can be a possible. So del dot E is equal to 0. So if you put value 0 here, I can write above equation del cross del E is equal to, this complete term will be 0, will be minus del square E. Okay, so this is something, or I can write, and I have already defined something for this one, which is nothing but the minus, or this is nothing but the plus omega square mu epsilon E. And similarly, you can write it for others. So if you summarize this, del square E is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon E. So this is nothing but the wave equation which you have got right now. Okay, now I have this electric field intensity. You can't say that electric field intensity is in one direction only. So if you are resolving this E in three mutually perpendicular directions, in the direction X, in the direction Y, or in the direction Z, your equation will become del square IEX plus JEY plus KEZ is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon IEX plus JEY plus KEZ. Okay, so this is I, this is J, and this is K. Now what is this I, J, and K? So here this I, J, and K, these are nothing but the unit vectors along with the X, Y, and Z directions respectively. Okay, I is in the direction X, J is in the direction Y, and K is in the direction of Z. Okay, now next one is nothing but the, if you are equating the coefficients of X with X, Y with Y, you will get del square EX is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon EX, del square EY is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon EY, del square Ez is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon Ez. Okay, so similarly you can write this equation for different body, or for H also. So you can write this, it is the del square H is equal to, just I'll just go with another thing so you'll understand. So del square Hx is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon Hx, del square Hy is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon Hy, del square Hz is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon hz. So I can say this is nothing but the del square E is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon E, and resolve it in three directions. This is del square h is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon h. Okay. Now, as we have got these two equations and we have just taken in each and every direction. Now, in general, if I want to write this equation, how I will write this equation? So, in general, I can write again del square E is equal to minus omega square mu epsilon E. But we have defined one operator there. If you recall, we have defined one operator which is nothing but the d by dt square. अगर आपको वो याद है तो d by dt square is equal d square by dt square is the omega square. So del square E is equal to this. I'll replace with d square by dt square. ठीक है? And then this will be mu epsilon and E. So if further simplifying, you will get mu epsilon d square E by dt square. ठीक है? So I think this is minus omega. If you do recall, it's not the omega. Just will see for confirmation. We have defined two operators over there. So the first, okay, it's a minus omega. If you'll see here, this is the minus omega. So you just put that things over there. So I just put there minus omega is nothing but the, you can say, minus omega square. So you can just go with the plus, will be okay. So if I further simplify this particular equation, we know that mu epsilon is nothing but the mu 0 mu r. This will be E0 ER. But here my transmission media is nothing but the air. So I can say mu r is equal to 1 or ER is equal to 1. These values are for air. So I need to put this 1 1. So it will come mu 0 and a E0. So if you do recall what is mu 0, it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 henries per meter. And if you do recall, epsilon 0, it is 1 by 36 pi into 10 raised to minus 9 farads per meter. So just put that values in that equation. So your mu epsilon will be, I guess, mu and E. Okay, so 9 into 10 raised to 16, 1 upon. So we know that velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8. Just put that 1 by c square ये जगह पे. So rewriting the equations, I can write del square E is equal to 1 by c square del square E dt square. And similarly, the true for magnetic field intensity, del square H is equal to 1 upon c square d square h dt square. Now these two equations represents the wave propagating through free space with the velocity equal to that of the light and are known as the Helmholtz equation. So these equations are Helmholtz equations. ठीक है? So we will stop here.